Alright, so we're here at the Petro. Just got off to grab some snacks. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick walk around and make sure everything's still cool in the truck. You guys come with me. Make sure the lights are all on. Make sure these guys are still connected. Everything's good. The lights up top. Tires are still there. Everything down at the bottom is nice and good. There's our tracking device. Make sure that's always latched. Lights are working. Nothing wrong with the trailer. Tires are still there. And you want to do this every time you get out of the truck and you're gonna get back in. You want to do this every time, just to make sure everything's still there. Make sure the seal is still on. There it is. Because you don't want to get off and get back on and not check anything and realize that shit, something's missing. You know, make sure all your tires are there. These things fall off. These lights fall off. You just want to make sure they're there, man. You know, make sure everything's still copacetic, everything's still working. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Good to go. So, put you guys back in place. A little bit lower. Right there. All right. You guys back up to some power. Boom. We are just about ready to go. So right here, this is on the 152 freeway. It's a Petro. It is just west of the I-5 freeway. So a lot of times, a lot of truckers will use the I-5 freeway to get up and down Cali. I prefer the 99. It's just what I'm used to. I've always used the 99 freeway. But a lot of truckers prefer to use the 5. I don't know why. That's just what they prefer. You know, to each their own, you know. Can't knock somebody for wanting to use the 5 instead of the 99, you know. Like I said, to each their own. They got their own preferences. My preference is just the 99 freeway. I like that freeway. And on top of that, trying to get back over from the 5 to the 99 is not fun. So, I'm getting all my shit together. I got a refill on soda. I got snacks, my cookies, my chips, and all my shit, all my goodies. You gotta keep everything right next to you, man. You gotta keep everything by the seat. You gotta keep everything in arm's length reach. That way you don't have to stop all the time to jump in the back to grab something. Or you don't have to ghost ride to fucking grab something. Even though that's fun. So, all right. I'll do a little bit more recording. I'll let you guys see when we cross over the 5, see if you can even notice it. See if you can even see it at this time of the night. All right. electronic log inputs so we can get out of here. 4 hours and 43 minutes to drive, and I will be home probably in about 2 hours, maybe hour and a half, hour 45. It's not too bad. All right, here we go. Entrance right here is nasty. Yeah, see, right now we're gonna jump on the 152. Los Banos. You know, like I was talking about earlier, about having to always be on point, you know, always be focused, you know, always know your surroundings, what's around you. You know, you gotta always be looking and thinking, even at night, man, even at night. I've been asked before, isn't it easier to drive at night because not as much traffic? There's not as much traffic at night as there is during the day. Yes and no. Yes, being that there's not as much traffic, you don't have to worry as much about cars jumping in your way. But on the flip side of that, you got to worry about cars jumping in your way at night, falling asleep. You know what I'm saying? You got to be watching everybody's movements. You know, you got to pay attention to everybody else. You got to know where your equipment is at the same time. You know, you don't know where your equipment is, and somebody jumps in your line, your lane. Where are you going to know where to go? Let's say you get a trailer. Does what's called off tracking, meaning it's rolling crooked. You get that, someone runs into your lane, you go to slam on your brakes a little bit, that off tracking trailer is going to follow that off track to whatever side it's crooked on, and it's going to swing around that side. The heavier you are, the more likely it's going to swing around. All that weight's pushing forward. It's going to swing around one way, either way or another. Now, this is where the 5 crosses. We're going to go under the 5er now. So, and that falls under the line of, you got to know where your equipment is. You know, if you know your equipment is running offline, then there's the 5 right there. Your equipment is running off track. Somebody does that, and you know that your equipment is off tracking to the left, and they're coming in your line, you have to slam on your brakes, but also give it a small slight nudge to the left, so you're technically braking, nudging the truck towards the person coming into your line. so you can keep your shit in a straight line. And it's a small, slight nudge, nothing to where you're really going to notice it, but just enough to where you can turn the wheel just slightly enough to where that off track doesn't come swinging around you. Again, it's not shit you're going to learn in the classroom. Because there's nothing about that on the test. So they don't teach you any of that. And this is all shit you got to learn when you're out on the road, where you ask questions. I like teaching because that just means there's that much more people on the road that know what they're doing, that have a slight hint of what might happen. And you're already ahead of the game if you got a slight hint of what might happen. As opposed to, oh shit, look what it did. How do I correct that next time? Well, I'm telling you now, you have a slight hint of what might happen. We don't have to deal with this much here, but dealing with snow and ice and shit, hitting the brakes on that shit, man, is, you're gonna jackknife like a motherfucker. The jackknife is where basically does the same thing as an off-tracking trailer when you hit the brakes. The trailer will swing around to either the driver's side or the passenger side, and your truck basically will be going in a different direction than your trailer will be. Your trailer will be going left and right, and your fucking truck will be going front and back. You will literally see the rear tires on your trailer come around you. Now, in the situation that happens, you floor that motherfucker to straighten out. The offside to that is you gotta slow down again. Hopefully, you don't have to slow down again, to the point where you're gonna jackknife again. Now, a lot of times that's why these accidents that happen on the freeways is there's such a buildup of trucks, because they would rather just go head on rather than jackknifing. They could try to stop and slam on the brakes, hopefully they won't hit anybody, but the chances of that happening are pretty damn slim. If you got anybody around you within 50 fucking feet either side, you're gonna take them out, man. That trailer is unforgiving. It's moving in motion, and ain't nothing gonna stop it until it hits somebody and buries somebody. So that's why in these accidents, these pileups, in the snow and stuff, these truck drivers, they slow down as much as they can before impact, and they just go head on. It's safer that way. It's safer for everybody else, not the driver. It's just safer for everybody else around the driver. So here we're coming into Los Banos. I know it's dark, hard to see. With a dirty ass fucking window. Debating a lot on if I should, start doing, these trips like this, and this, recording these trips that I do, in the truck. And I started thinking, why not? I can mix it up, I can mix up doing, a couple of these videos, maybe a workout video when I'm home, a product review video when I'm home, or a product review video when I'm on the road. There's a good number of videos, you know what I'm saying? So, might might as well keep the channel alive, keep content going, put out whatever I can, you know. Again, I apologize for the blurriness, the dirty ass window. I should have cleaned it at the truck stop, but that truck stop tends to have nasty, dirty water that you never replace. It's always brown, dirty, full of bugs. And then the squeegees are always shit. You know, they're garbage. The poles are always broken and bent. So you always kind of half-ass get your lines across the window, and then when you're done, you fucking realize you missed big sections of it because the pole's broken. And it's always a mess at that one, man. So I just tend to never do my windows there. The video. That's another thing. I don't know what to name the goddamn thing. I mean, like, what do I call the video? What do I name it? I don't know. We'll see what I come out with by the time I edit the video and put it out. We'll see what happens. It might be a day or two by the time it comes out anyways. It's hard to put out videos when you're on the road. A lot of them require Wi-Fi, and strong Wi-Fi at that. Wi-Fi at the truck stops isn't meant for uploading. Excuse me, isn't meant for uploading videos. What to name it? That's a thinker. This little town, little city has 24-hour donut shops, man. And they have them right on this main strip right here, right on the 152 that goes through town. And they have them right there, and a lot of them have a big enough space for a truck to park. That's pretty smart, man. 24-hour donuts for, truckers passing through. You know how much money truck drivers spend a day on food? It's good thinking, man. Good fucking thinking. I mean, shit, there's truck stops that don't even stay open 24 hours. One that I was at right now, the Petro, that whole chain doesn't stay open 24/7 for food. Like, their restaurants will close down at like 10 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, and it's mind-boggling because truck driving, the truck drivers, what you're there for, you're a truck stop, your main clientele has no set time limit as far as, we run these hours of the day and that's it. So, we don't ever have anybody running at these late hours of the night that you guys have to stay open or, whatever like that. I know there's times where I'm running at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and I'm fucking hungry. I want to stop and grab something to eat. You know, if you're around a TA or a Petro, they got plenty of food at these places. You know, plenty of little restaurants. Some of them even have like little mini food courts. You know, with the different places of, you know, different little fast food restaurants. But again, they close. You know, they close at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. Like, man, stay open. I don't get it. I don't get it. Now, Flying J, Pilot, Loves, all their food, their little restaurants, 24 hours. Pilots and Flying J's, a lot of times the main restaurant is a Denny's. It's mainly at the Flying J's, and you know their main restaurant is a Denny's. Some of a lot of the Pilots and stuff are a Carl's Jr., McDonald's. What else? That's about the big ones, man. The big names, you know, for those. Loves, their main food's gonna be also McDonald's. Some of the newer Pilots are coming out with Wendy's, which is all right, you know. Oh, we just passed the area where I left you guys earlier, so now you've seen the full trip. But yeah, some of these, like I said, some of these TAs, man, these TAs and Petros will have like little mini food courts with, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 little, you know, restaurants in them, little fast food restaurants, on top of having like their big restaurant. TAs have what's called a Country Pride. It's great food, so good. Petros have an Iron Skillet. Fucking bomb, man. That food is bomb. Oh. Every time I can, man. Every time I can, I'll find one to stop and eat, man. It's so good. But yeah, they'll have that like their flagship restaurants. And then they have, you know, like a Burger King and a Subway and a B&H, or not B&H, Pizza Hut. And like Taco Bell, you know, shit like that inside, as well as having their flagship restaurant. Pilots and Flying J's will have their flagship restaurant, and it's mainly Denny's, like I said. They won't have anything else, but just the one restaurant. And like some of the newer ones don't even have the Denny's as a restaurant. They'll have like excuse me. They'll have like a Wendy's. Damn. Excuse me. There's very few that have an Arby's. Yeah, and Love's has, like I said, McDonald's too. Some of the Loves also have Arby's, which is good, man. I love Arby's. Arby's is great. Like getting my Brittany special. For those of you who don't know, the Brittany special is the half-pound roast beef sandwich. My wife always makes fun of me because I get the Brittany special. Alright, well, now that it's dark out here, there ain't shit to look at out here for you guys, unless a car passes by or something. It's too dark, there's no lights out here. You know, I don't want you guys have to sit here and listen to me ramble on about stupid shit, the laws and fucking what to do, what not to do, and all that other bullshit. I'm gonna save some for later. So, that being said, I'll let you guys come back when I park the truck. Show you where I parked it at. Well, when I parked it, not exactly. Like I'm not gonna tell you, oh, here are my coordinates. Here's my cross streets. Here's the business. Yeah, I'll just show you where I parked it. All right, man. Well, I'll catch you guys in a minute.